Hello, my name is Georgina Halabi and I'm a performance and wellbeing coach. And today I'd like to talk to you about expectations versus agreements. Expectations are assumptions that others will live up to imaginary standards that we have in our own heads without their consent. So I may have expectations, for example, that my kids will always do what I say and never what I do. Or I might have an assumption that my husband will always make me happy. But because they live in my head, they're my problems, not theirs. I can't actually expect them to agree or to live up to these standards without their agreement. And so you can imagine that these expectations are like time bombs of disappointment waiting to go off. And often when we have high expectations of others, I want you to imagine when others have high expectations of you, it leads to feelings of resentment and discontent, especially when people can't live up to our expectations. Agreements, on the other hand, are co-authored. They work with other people's reality, as well as their own ideas that they bring to the party. So let me give you an idea. Imagine that you had a project that you wanted to take to market, and you went to talk to your team and you said, I want this done by the end of this quarter. That's your expectation. It needs to be done on time, on budget. Okay. You can either send it down as a top-down directive, in which case the teams will get very flustered or resentful if they can't deliver on time. Or you can say, this is what I need from you. You can listen to their response, which might go something along the lines of, I can do it for you, but not in the time that you need because we just don't have the head count. But if you allow us to bring on one more hire, we'll be able to do the project. So when you're working with agreements, you're actually working within the reality that exists rather than suppressing that and coming from a space of fiction. And the other thing is, when you work with agreements, people who agree to it are more likely to collaborate with you, to do whatever is possible because they've given their word, they want to meet it. So wherever you can, notice the expectations that you have in your life and try and bring that out into the space of agreement. And it's not just expectations that you might have on the work front. It might be expectations that you have about yourself and the various roles that you have. So explore the expectations you have of yourself as a parent, as a child, as a leader, as a team member, all these various roles. Listen to what the expectations that you have of yourself are, and then imagine what other people's expectations are that they have of you. Go through that list and then ask yourself, which of these do I want to actually turn into agreements, and which ones I'm willing to let go? And once you start to notice the expectations that you have, the ones that are unfeasible or never really cognitively agreed upon, you can let them go, and that will free up time, space, energy. And with your teammates, with your family, you'll be able to shift from a space of frustration to collaboration. Best of luck.